3 home games with clean sheets. Reading have lost their last 3 away games. Perfect opponents then for Alan Pardew's revivalists at the increasingly happy Valley. Anyone for a fight? Jonathan Pearce saw this one.
Can Charlton Athletic tonight move themselves 3 points above the bottom 3? Can Reading win for the first time in 8 matches in all competitions? Here's Harper, wide to Shorey, a touch by Hunt. Lita, who hasn't scored a league goal for a couple of months, and Harper finds him in the penalty area, breaking into space, closed by Suleiman Diawara in the end. And a foot raised high on the challenge by Hunt. Very lively, Lita. Half a chance. The centre-half got across and covered at the end. Marcus Bent. It's a Reading ball, according to the assistant referee, but Graham Poll, the ref, 30 yards away, gives a free kick to Charlton. Marcus Bent holding it up. And the free kick given against Stephen Hunt. Free kick to Charlton, taken by Ambrose. Oh, and it's off the bar! Charlton think it was over. El Kakori, who can be so very dangerous at set pieces. Just the sort of start Charlton wanted to get the Valley fans behind them. Certainly didn't cross the line. Away by Ingemarson. Song. Luke Young. Alex Song for the return. Charlton throw. 3 home wins on the spin now for Charlton. They've never won 4 home matches on the bounce in Premiership football. Young. That's good football. Back to Luke Young. Good approach work by Charlton. And Sol Ki-hyung, who's been very quiet so far, to take on Herman Hreiderson. And he's still going. Parried by Carson, and the first man there was in a red shirt of Charlton, Suleiman Diawara. And Sol Ki-hyun came a long, long way, and it was veering, and that's a good stop. Herman Hreiderson has a problem for Charlton. Good run by Sol Ki-hyun this, and as he went inside, Herman Hreiderson collided with his own player and picked up that injury. Thomas, to the Cruz, very quick to pressurise him, and Sidwell, 3 blue shirts on Thomas, who stayed down. Sol for Reading, and he's forced a corner off Ben Thatcher. Up with the corner, and it was flicked over from Carson, and there was too much room in the middle for Sidwell. Sidwell and Ingemarson, the targets, and the header over. Ingemarson underneath it, and Zheng Ji has gone through the challenge, and beyond De La Cruz, and he's still there. Touch comes to Ambrose, Darren Bent. Opportunity for Charlton, and they won't get many. Zheng Ji, a powerful run, a little bit fortunate. Lost control and Bent lost sight of goal. Zheng Ji is through the middle. Here's Alex Song. Matt Holland. Ambrose. In for Darren Bent. Put away by Ingemarson. Zheng Ji sets himself. Hanneman dealt with it well. As the shot comes in, BK waggles a foot dangerously at it. De La Cruz. 3-4 men in the middle, and Sybil was arriving, and Sol got his head to it. And Carson has juggled it, and away by El Kakori. And Charlton living dangerously. He saved his side there. Sidwell coming in, but it was Sol with the header. And then Carson was a little bit nonchalant. And El Kakori was dangerously near to his own goal. Tense, nervous headache. Well won by El Kakori, but here's Hunt, impish player, and he finds Shorey. Diawara with a half volley. Harper, good ball, dropping out of the sky as it was. Shorey, so impressive. And El Kakori's down for Charlton on the edge of the box. What's happened there? El Kakori holding his face. Now look what happens here off the ball. Lita seems to make contact with El Kakori with his head. Sidwell. De La Cruz had the stretch. There's Lita. Sol. Diawara got a touch. Here's Leroy Lita. Off Diawara again. De La Cruz made it his. It's come to Hunt. Had to snatch at the chance. And it went wide. Did he have more time than he thought? Could he have brought the ball down? Went for the diving header. And now Long. Reading still searching for a win. At this stage of the season away from home, how commendable is that? And El Kakori is chased Long out of it. The Reading striker thought he was forced off the ball unfairly. Well, he wasn't even looking at the ball there, El Kakori. But on another ground, on another day, Graham Poll might have given that as a penalty. It looks as if it'll be 2 points dropped. This is Holland, El Kakori, Ambrose. 2 minutes of stoppage time play. Darren Ambrose, we're into the last minute of stoppage time now. Young. Zhengji in the middle. It's come to him, great chance! Hanneman saves. That was the moment where Charlton could have won it. Moved 3 points clear of Sheffield United. Drawn level with Wigan, just behind Fulham. How costly could that miss prove? At this stage of the season, nerves start to jangle. Was that the main problem tonight?
Well, I certainly felt that Reading played with a bit more freedom than we did. I thought we was a bit unlucky with the events of the first half. You know, losing 2 key players disrupted our game plan somewhat. But you know, on the focus of the whole game, Reading come in, did a really good job on us tonight. We could have lost this game, but the defensive qualities that we now have got us a point, and who knows how important that might be.
It was like a cup game, and again, when you look at what it means, certainly more to them in terms of the league. But in view of our recent run of results, we were just, you know, so desperate to get the 3 here tonight, and it wasn't to be, but I couldn't fault what we were doing.
Alan Pardew has been complimentary about the fact that Reading came here, took the game to Charlton, kept taking the game to Charlton, even late on.
That's what we know best, and that's how we play. 0-0, 1-0 up, 1-0 down. You know, we'll still give it our all, and you know, we try and go for the win as much as we can, and we're looking for points just as much as they are. So you know, I thought we had a good performance today.
I think we just have to take one game at a time. We go to Everton next, and that's not easy. But I won there last year with West Ham, so.
You expected them to win. I'm thinking, well, Reading at home, it would be one of the games that Alan Pardew would tick and say, this is a must-win game for us. It just depends on how it falls. Like you said, 2 players going off in 6 minutes. You know, Marcus Bent and Herman Wrighton affected their game plan.
The best chances came at the beginning, at the end. The headers that
they did, and what chances they were as well. You know, this is Al Kakori here. Now he gets free from Dela Cruz, and you have to score from that. You just have to score. This one's right at the end. Zengzi, he goes for the flick for the far post, where I think the pace is coming in on the ball. Head it back to where it comes from, towards the near. You get a little bit more power on it. But that was probably the best chances in the game.
You were frustrated a little bit by Charlton's lack of commitment to scoring, about being in the right place at the right time.
Just you know, people taking a gamble, taking a chance. And we see Jerome Thomas here, and what I'm saying is there's 3 players on the edge of the box waiting. Deliver the ball. You know, I know he's a right-footed player on the left. Deliver the ball into that area there so they can come onto it. He carries it forward, and nothing happens. That was the first time he did that. Here, we did see him on the edge of the box. Now, you need to score goals. Take a chance. Go to the penalty spot or go to the far post. We both know how. If you get your wingers going to the far post, they can head it in. He does neither. Now the ball just comes to him. It just runs casually and collects it. And then this is Kevin Lisby who comes on as a substitute. Now, Darren Bent's on the ball. He's only got one place he can put this ball when he runs forward. He has to shape it in front of the defence, just in here. Now, Kevin Lisby needs to take a chance and get in front of BK to the near post. I think that's the best chance he has of scoring. What does he do? He just stands and he's on his heels. And for me, that means lack of commitment getting into the box. You know, they rely too much on Darren Bent to score the goals.
Reading have been a delight this season. Whether or not they'll just manage to get into those UEFA Cup spots remains to be seen. But there's one man who's very lucky this evening, or it may not be after
yeah,
showing.
A little bit unsavoury here. Leroy Lita. Now, he starts here, and this is Al Kakori, and this goes on all the time. We both know this, Al. A little bit of pushing. There's a little arm there by Lita.
Pushing.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, I'm bringing you in, Al. I'm bringing you in. And then there's a little push from Al Kakori. Now, watch, just as the ball gets cleared, the referee's got his back to play. There's some words exchanged here, and there just seems like a little headbutt from Lita. And there it goes. Al Kakori goes down. The assistant can't see it, but from the back of the goal, there you see he leans in. I don't know how much contact there is, but the intent's there. It's dangerous, and I feel he's really lucky that the referee didn't see that.
So only 2 points out of a possible 6 for Charlton over the Easter period. If you can forgive that slur against your character and have a look at the bottom 6 of the Premiership. After the Easter period, which was always going to be a crucial time, where do you think that leaves
It's
things
hotting
now?
up. When you look at Sheffield United and West Ham, have both got games in hand. But West Ham's is against Chelsea, Sheffield United is against Man United. But they play each other next Saturday, which is going to be a huge game. But it's so tight down there, it's anyone's call. I think, unfortunately, Watford are down, so for me, it's another 2 from 5.
OK, thank you. Well, now to the race.